Hey, welcome back. Have you ever felt truly, utterly alone? I'm not talking about a quiet apartment or a solo walk in the park. I mean the kind of isolation that is so profound, so geographic, that it feels like you've stepped off the edge of the world. That's the feeling I get when I think about the Flannan Isles. A cluster of jagged rocks jutting out of the North Atlantic, about 20 miles west of the Scottish Hebrides. And on the largest of these rocks, Eilean Mòr, in December of the year 1900, 3 men simply vanished. Their disappearance became one of the greatest maritime mysteries of all time. And it all centered on a lighthouse. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is Hidden Histories, the Untold Files. Picture this. It's December 26, 1900. The steamship Hesperus is on a routine relief mission to the Flannan Isles lighthouse. The journey had been delayed by brutal winter storms, so the crew is anxious. As they approach Eilean Mòr, they see something deeply wrong. No flag flies from the flagpole. No ready boxes of supplies are waiting on the landing platform. And most chillingly, no lightkeepers appear to welcome them. The lighthouse itself, a stark white tower against the gray sky, stands silent. After making a dangerous landing, the ship's captain and a relief keeper, Joseph Moore, climbed the steep, 200-foot cliff path. The island is deserted. The main gate and the door to the lighthouse are both closed, but unlocked. Inside, the clock has stopped. The fire in the grate is long dead. The men's oilskin coats are missing. 2 are gone. 1 remains on its hook, as if someone left in a hurry and someone else didn't. The table is set for a meal that was never eaten. And the logbook tells a strange, fragmented story. The last official entry is from December 15th, noting severe winds. But then, on a slate ledger used for temporary notes, the entries become odd. December 12th, storm ended, sea calm. God is over all. That sounds like relief, right? But the next one, dated the 13th, reads, storm continued through night. Wind shifted NW, ducket irritable. And then, the final, haunting line on December 15th, 1 p.m. Storm ended, sea calm. God is over all. Wait, that exact phrase appears twice, and the keeper, ducket, is noted as irritable. These are not the dry, professional notes of lighthouse keepers. They feel personal, strained. And then, nothing. The 3 men, James Duckett, Thomas Marshall, and Donald MacArthur, were gone. So what happened on that rock? The official investigation concluded that the men were swept away by a great sea. And that is, without a doubt, the most logical explanation. The west landing platform, where supplies were brought up, was found in ruins. Railings were bent and twisted, a heavy storage crate was displaced, and a rock weighing over a ton had been moved. The theory goes that 1 or 2 of the men were down there securing equipment during a lull in the storm, perhaps when the log noted sea calm, when a freak, colossal wave, a rogue wave, surged up the cliff face and took them. The 3rd man, seeing the disaster, rushed down to help and was taken by the next wave. It's a tragic, plausible maritime accident. But the mystery endures because the details don't all neatly align. Why were 2 men down at the landing during a lull, but not wearing their oilskins? 1 coat was left behind. Why was the main gate closed? If they were rushing to a rescue, would they have taken the time to shut it? And those log entries, the repetition, the mention of a keeper's mood. It feels like a crack in the facade, a glimpse of human tension in that extreme isolation. The sea explanation is sensible, but it leaves just enough unanswered questions for the imagination to flood in. And flood in it did. Over the decades, the story has been wrapped in layers of speculation and folklore. Some pointed to supernatural forces. The islands were said to be haunted by the spirits of 7th century monks, or by mythical little people. Others suggested more earthly horrors, a fight that led to violence, or even abduction by foreign spies. My personal, less dramatic theory, rooted in my engineer's brain, considers the psychology of confinement. 3 men, trapped in a stone tower on a tiny island, battered by endless wind and the scream of storms. The pressure must have been immense. Could a sudden, shared panic have led to a collective, disastrous decision? We'll never know. This is the part of the story that always gets me. As an immigrant, as someone who has built a life far from where I started in Bangladesh, I understand isolation, but of a different kind. Mine is a cultural distance, bridged by community and technology. Theirs was absolute, physical, elemental. They were keepers of the light, the literal beacon that warned others away from the danger they themselves were living on. There's a profound irony there. They maintained the symbol of safety and guidance for every passing ship, while being in one of the most unsafe and unguided places on Earth. I think about the routines they must have clung to. The trimming of the wicks, the winding of the clockwork mechanism that turned the lens, the meticulous log entries. These routines were their tether to normality, to the mainland world. And when those routines broke, when the log entries became strange, when the meal was left uneaten, that's when the tether snapped. The lighthouse stopped being a place of order and became a monument to a mystery. The Flannan Isles lighthouse was automated in 1971. No human keeper will ever live there again. The light still flashes, now controlled by a computer and a solar panel. The mystery of James Duckett, Thomas Marshall, and Donald MacArthur is frozen in time, on that rock, in that December of 1900. We are left with the evidence of an interrupted life, a set table, a stopped clock, a single code on a hook. Sometimes, the most enduring mysteries aren't about grand conspiracies or hidden treasures. They're about the quiet, unsettling sound of an absence. They're about the questions that linger in empty spaces where people should be. The Flannan Isles keepers remind us that history isn't just about the events that are recorded, but about the moments that vanish, leaving behind only echoes and a profound, haunting silence. Thank you for listening to this episode of Hidden Histories, The Untold Files. If these forgotten corners of history intrigue you, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. It truly helps us keep the lights on. For more from me, Ibnul J. Farabi, and the entire team, visit our production home at Lighthouse Studios. https://www.lightnotstudios.com. Until next time, keep looking for the hidden stories.